What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Lil Sis Reacts. I'm Tomas. This is Taya.
Hi.
And today we are doing the new Wonder Woman 1984 trailer just released, along with the news that it'll be released on HBO Max and in theaters on Christmas. So we'll talk about that a little bit after the reaction. So we're just going to jump into this one.
You always do this late.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do.
I love how she's running with the older girl.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be like one of the scenes I really can't wait for, like her training sequence. And this riding on lightning.
I love that.
Citizens of the world,
I'm here to change your life.
What is he, like the president?
anything you want, anything you dream of, you can have it.
What?
You look like you saw
Can't even say as long as it's legal.
Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Well, now it's my turn. Get used to it.
I've never been one for rules. The answer is always more. The way I
Jet.
fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Radar. Yep, we got radars now.
Barbara, what did you do?
Oh! I just want to look at the ground and see if her wings are on there, or if they just disappeared.
You know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah,
Does everybody parachute now?
That outfit was not it.
Nah, okay. So not much different than the other one. Just a few additional scenes and more dialogue.
But I still love that scene so much.
When she grabbed Cheetah.
Yes.
Yeah, that fight's gonna be something crazy because she's an interesting villain that I never really would have thought they would have picked for her. But it makes sense because she's a big rival to Diana. So that'll be interesting, and to see how she gets the new armor and stuff like that, and see the return of Steve Trevor. We've seen in Batman vs Superman and Justice League that he doesn't last, I guess you could say, or he's not around. So maybe his appearance in this movie is only temporarily, like until the end of the movie, and he has to go away again. But we'll see. I mean, he could stick around and just not be in the picture. I don't know. But that's actually one of my burning questions, and also kind of what we do when we capture metahumans. You know what I mean? Because like, where would they imprison her at? Like, you know, in Man of Steel, Zod was killed. Batman vs Superman, Lex is a human. He got arrested. Doomsday was killed. And Batman and Superman were the main ones fighting too. And then we have Aquaman. Orm got imprisoned by the Atlanteans. Birds of Prey, they killed Black Mass. He wasn't a metahuman, but like their villains have kind of just been dying. Enchantress got saved and got put back to June. So like they've never really dealt with like, what do we do when we capture somebody like this? Also, it's in 1984. So like they're not even ready for stuff like that. So like I'm kind of curious like what'll happen to Barbara afterwards. So
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe they like put her underground with like metal surrounding her.
But I mean, I wonder who'd be in charge of that, like the government. And it seems like to me Maxwell Lord is the president.
That's
Am I
what
wrong?
I was thinking too, because that message was very not
Uh,
president-like.
yeah, and then he had the president background. So, like, if you go to try to arrest him, how are you going to arrest the president?
Right.
Like,
What I was thinking was, Eve, I was wondering, maybe he's just like a hallucination.
that would be kind of crazy. But then again, you kind of see him piloting the plane and stuff, so that stuff can't not real,
Or
right?
or it's a shapeshifter or something. I don't know. But what I also think is maybe it is really him. You know, he came from the past, as it said. But what if he only has a certain amount of time with Diana before he, like, is dragged back? And, like, maybe his memories are when he goes back. Or maybe he remembers. You know?
It seems like he remembers everything from the first movie, if that's what you're talking about.
No, like, if he does get dragged back into the past and he's only there for a certain amount of time, he will remember what happened in the future.
I don't think it's time travel. I think it's... I mean, everything with Diana revolves around the gods, and the gods have these just unthinkable powers.
Yeah.
Maybe they just kind of, like, reincarnated him, like, just brought him back from the dead. I don't know, but maybe I don't know. They really are gonna have to explain it for me to understand, because I really don't know, other than it has something to do with gods. But how would Maxwell Lord possess this power? Like, he has to have some type of artifact or something that grants your inner desires. And also, I mean, whatever it is going to transform Cheetah into Cheetah. So it's going to take it from Barbara to Cheetah. So, like, we're dealing with some type of force or entity that's...
What did she then kill Steve?
What is she, what?
Outside.
Oh, no, she's not going to kill Steve. That'd be horrible. Oh my God, no, that would be horrible. That would take Diana in a dark path. I mean, she is in a dark path in Batman vs. Superman, but I mean, anything's possible. We really don't know much about his return or what they plan to do with that. So we'll really have to, I mean, we got a month. Like, we weren't too sure about when this was coming out, but we got a month. Christmas Day. So that was the next thing I really wanted to talk about. Like, putting it in theaters and on HBO Max. Now, I was reading online, and everyone's like, oh, well, I'm just going to do, not everyone, but a lot of people were like, I'm just going to use the HBO Max free trial, or I'm just going to pirate it. And pirating, if you don't know, because I know you're young, they basically go on a website after somebody, like, downloads it or, like, records it, and they repost it, and people can watch it for free. Now, that's bad for this movie because it's losing money. It was, what, a $200 million movie that they made. So obviously they want to get that money back. So they're releasing it in theaters. Odds are it's going to get that money back from overseas. Overseas doesn't have HBO Max, whereas that's where the next set of complaints come from. What about the countries right now that are affected by COVID and are shut down and don't have theaters to go to? That's also something they're going to have to work out. HBO Max is just a United States thing right now. So the rest of the world doesn't have access to it. But
It's not that I want them to do this, but because, like you said, other countries can't, like, are stricter with the COVID going on. I think they should wait until at least February. I don't want them to, but I just think it would be better in case, like, some of the cases can go down and other people in other countries can watch it, you know?
From what was talked about, it was either release it December or wait till summer of 2020.
Summer.
But the problem is a lot of movies got delayed. Every movie this year, pretty much. Besides,
right, and if it comes out when other movies come out, it might not do the same money.
Competing forces. And I think as with movies work, you have to reserve a date. You can't just release it whenever you want. You have to reserve it so that there's enough spots. And they don't want to compete with other movies because then both movies are going to suffer. So it was either, they didn't really have an option to just say, let me drop it in February, unless there was a spot open. So they really have to claim a spot. And most movies were not bold enough to claim any spot this year. But they're really pushing it with Wonder Woman, which is a big movie to do this with. And I don't know that I like that. I probably would have preferred to wait because this would have been $1 billion movie. But we're not in control, so that's what they're doing. But they still... Well, go ahead.
Never mind, you can go.
Oh, I was just going to say they still need to find a way to get it to everybody because, like I said, HBO Max isn't an option for the rest of the world, just for the United States. Yes, a lot of countries are going to have theaters as an option. I personally want to go see it in theaters here, and we already kind of discussed off camera that we're going to go see it in theaters and support it there and support it on HBO Max. Like, I'm going to support this. I'm not pirating anything. I don't support that. That's not helping the movie. And I don't know why, as a movie fan, you would, because if a movie does really poorly, odds are it's not going to get a sequel. So you don't want to do that. Just throwing that out there. If the movie does bad, they will not do
Yeah,
stuff like
we're going to probably see it in the movies and then watch it on H thingamajiggy, whatever it's called, like 7 different times.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people who do support it and do that like we are, and that's great. That's awesome. That's what you should do. But
We usually watch the movies twice, though, because we miss details and stuff, you know.
Oh, definitely. I always like rewatching. I've actually been rewatching most of the DC films over these last few days.
I would, too, but we're not together, and I'm busy.
Right. I've been staying up to like 4 or 5 in the morning. I just watched Shazam last night. 2 nights ago, I watched Batman versus Superman, and and then like 2 nights before that, I watched Aquaman. Like, I've just been going through them. But yeah, I really want people to support this, and they're not charging anybody extra. Like when Disney released Mulan, they charged people $30.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, HBO Max isn't doing that. It's no extra cost. You just join, and that's what people are like. Well, I'll just use my free trial, and you get free 7 days, and I'll just watch it and not pay anything. First of all, I hope they take that option away. Second, that's not helping the movie at all.
They should at least charge an extra $10.
I think so too, but I mean, not everybody's financial situation is the same. Not everybody has $25 to just watch a movie.
10, not 25.
No, but you would have to buy the subscription, which is $15, and then pay an additional fee, which would be $10. So that'd be $12. Yeah, so they're not charging any additional fees. It's just $15. You get the movie and everything else on HBO for a month. So. I don't know. I really hope this movie does well. That's all I got to say. I really, really do. But I also don't want them to strictly start putting movies on streaming services because I love the movies. But at the same time, right now, like 50% of our theaters in the world are closed. Like that's half our theaters. And some of them are not reopening their doors. So it's not looking good for the movie industry. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our movies are open. I've been to the movies, but everybody was like, "You went to the movies?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, there was nobody there, of course, but our cases were low, and I'm not really scared of COVID. So that's just me. I still take my precautions and I wear my mask, but I'm not scared of COVID. Wasn't really a big issue for me. I went with my friends and we were fine. I'm still here. We're still breathing. We didn't get COVID from that. So. And like I said, they're going to make precautions. There's not going to be any overcrowding. You're going to have to do ticket reserves. Like, I really wouldn't be too worried about it. You wear your mask and you do your part, you'll be fine. Wash your hands. Don't do no
Maybe put some gloves on or something.
If you are sick, do not go, obviously. That's selfish. You don't want to risk other people. Like, just common sense. Same stuff we've been practicing all month. Like, I mean, you go to work, you go to school. I mean, we're doing these daily things, so what's the difference if you're sitting in a chair watching a movie? I mean, really? It's not much of a difference. So, I mean, but some people are scared, and if you want to be scared, that's fine. I mean, you have a right to be.
And if you have lots of elders, especially if your elders are sick.
Right. But and that's why they have, at least in the U.S., you have that option of watching it safely at home. But the preferable ways is theaters, which is how the movie's going to gain most of its money. And we want this movie to succeed. So if you can see it in the movies, see it in the movies. That's all I got to say on that note. But yeah, I pretty much touched on everything I wanted to say. But I'm really excited for this movie. We don't have to wait too much longer. It's been a while since we got a DC movie. I mean, last one was Birds of Prey, was in February. So I'm ready. And
wow, that was that long ago?
Yeah, I know. It was. It's almost been a year. And then we'll have Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out in spring, I believe. They don't have a date yet. So we're getting our DC content, and Suicide Squad. Batman got delayed, but hey, we got some content coming. So I'm excited. Our Arrowverse shows are coming back. So we'll have plenty of DC content here, y'all. If y'all want to subscribe, if you're not already, and watch those. We do reactions to, well, I was going to say Arrow. I miss Arrow. The Flash, Legends, Black Lightning, Supergirl, Batwoman. We do them all. I mean, when Doom Patrol's on, we do that. Titans on, we do that.
You guys feel like
What
yourself.
don't we do? Yeah,
You've
what
been
don't we
talking
do?
a lot. Well,
Huh?
you've been talking a lot.
I know, I do talk a lot.
I don't. I don't like talking.
Because I hog the screen. I hog the screen time.
Yeah.
But be sure to let us know what you guys thought about this whole thing, about how they're releasing it, and you know how you plan on watching it and stuff like that. How you feeling? I wish they would have waited, but they're not. So, but it's, hey, it is what it is. We're gonna go watch the heck out of this movie and enjoy it. So leave a like on this video, share it, and subscribe if you want to see more reactions and all our DC content and all the stuff we do. Check out our channel, and we will see you guys later.
Bye.